Every empire has fallen. Every king has bled. But the true rulers were never seen. They never sat on thrones. They built systems invisible, eternal, and silent. For thousands of years, power didn't vanish. It simply changed disguise. It hides behind symbols, laws, rituals, numbers, structures so ancient and so embedded that most never notice them at all. You think you live in freedom? Look closer. You're still living in their empire. We've been told history is a story of progress, of revolutions, democracy, and freedom. That kings were replaced by presidents, swords by votes, gold by paper. But behind every era, the same force remained untouched. While nations fought wars, a hidden class consolidated power, not through violence alone, but through ideas, institutions, and invisible contracts. They controlled money, information, and belief, the three pillars of human obedience. They learned to turn panic into profit, revolutions into opportunities, and chaos into a ladder that only they could climb. Every crisis, every market crash, every conflict had fingerprints that vanished the moment the dust settled, because those who own the system also own the truth about it. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. What looks like coincidence begins to look like design. What looks like disorder reveals a blueprint. To understand who rules the modern world, we must go back, far back, to Babylon, where debt was invented, a tool that could bind a person more tightly than chains; to Rome, where taxation became sacred, a duty to the state, a burden to the citizen, a river of wealth flowing upward; and to Venice, where private banking was born, where the ledger became mightier than the sword. From the Medici to the Rothschilds, from the East India Company to the Federal Reserve, the story is the same. A slow evolution from crown to capital. Empires rose and fell, but the flow of money always found new masters. In 1694, the Bank of England was created, the first central bank designed to lend money to governments, not the people. From that moment, debt became the engine of nations, and those who issued it became the silent emperors of civilization. By the 1800s, a network of banking dynasties spanned across Europe, financing wars, funding empires, and shaping borders that still exist today. They didn't conquer territories. They conquered decisions. They conquered futures. Money was no longer just currency. It was control. A system that could outlive any king. Follow the money, and you'll see the web. A web with no center, and yet everywhere at once. The Federal Reserve, privately owned. The IMF and World Bank, dictating financial policies to entire continents. The Bilderberg Group, Trilateral Commission, Council on Foreign Relations, where decisions are made long before you ever hear about them. These groups don't rule nations. They shape them, quietly, efficiently, without elections, transparency, or accountability. Every war has two sides, and both are financed by the same banks. Every media narrative has a direction, guided by the same few conglomerates. Every technological shift is steered by the same handful of monopolies. Every government change still plays within the same economic framework, a game where the pieces move, but the board never changes. They control the narrative. They control the algorithm. They control what you see, what you fear, and what you buy. And as the world shifted online, their reach expanded beyond nations, into every home, every pocket, every thought. The deeper you go, the more you realize this empire doesn't need borders. It needs compliance. And compliance is built through illusion. The illusion of choice. The illusion of democracy. The illusion of freedom. A theater of power, designed to distract you from the stage behind the curtain. The kings of today wear no crowns. They sit in boardrooms, not palaces. They own tech monopolies that harvest human attention, the most valuable currency in history. They own pharmaceutical giants that decide what health means, what illness means, what treatment means. They own media conglomerates that choose what truth is allowed to reach the public stage. The empire didn't die. It evolved. It went digital. Through AI, data, and surveillance, the system learned to predict you, track you, and shape you before you even act. Your preferences, your fears, your relationships, your identity, refined into data points that fuel the machinery of influence. And when economies fall, when markets crash, when currencies collapse, who benefits? Those who built the collapse in the first place. While people fight over politics, the empire invests in both sides. While nations compete, the empire profits from the debt that binds them. The real game is no longer about land or resources. It's about control of the mind, the last frontier of power. Humanity didn't lose its chains. It upgraded them. Maybe the greatest trick of the hidden empire is convincing us it doesn't exist. That our cages are made of comfort, not iron. That our slavery is called convenience, not captivity. That the light of progress blinds us to the hands pulling the strings. But in every age, there are those who awaken, those who ask the forbidden questions, those who look past the surface and see the architecture of control. Awakening isn't rebellion, it's awareness, the quiet realization that the world you were taught to see is only a shadow of the one that exists. And from awareness comes the first step toward freedom, a freedom built from within. This empire doesn't fall with fire. It falls with awareness, because the moment you see it, the illusion breaks. And when illusions break, systems tremble. But if this empire still rules, who built it? Who maintains it? And more importantly, what's coming next? The next chapter of power won't be written on paper or carved in stone. It will be coded, networked, automated. The hidden empire isn't ending. It's upgrading. And the question now is, will you awaken before the next upgrade begins?